feel invisible? Do you feel like you are doing all the hard work, bearing all the pressure, yet seeing none of the reward? Do you feel surrounded by noise, by chaos, by people who talk louder than they think? If you feel lost in the blur of modern life, stop, take a breath. We live in a world that worships the loud, the flashy, and the fast. But the secrets of life, the very building blocks of existence, are not found in the noise. They are found in the silence. They are found in the structure. Rosalind Franklin was a woman who saw what no one else could see. While others argued and speculated, she looked into the dark. She used X-rays to photograph the invisible. She discovered the structure of DNA, the double helix that makes life possible. She was ignored. Her work was used without her permission, but she never stopped, because she knew one thing: the truth exists, whether people applaud it or not. Today, we will apply her scientific wisdom to your life. This is not just chemistry. This is the chemistry of success. Here are 30 lessons on how to build a life of clarity, structure, and unshakable truth. Part 1. The clarity of vision. The first step to fixing your life is to stop lying to yourself. We often prefer a comfortable lie to a hard truth. We prefer to guess rather than to know. But you cannot fix what you do not face. Rosalind Franklin approached life with a microscope, looking for the core reality. She taught us that science and everyday life cannot be and should not be separated. The way you think determines the way you live. If your thinking is sloppy, your life will be messy. You must learn to look at your problems with the cold, hard gaze of a scientist. Truth does not need to shout. It only needs to be seen. Stop trying to convince others of your worth. Stop trying to explain yourself to people who do not want to listen. The truth is quiet. It is stable. If you are right, you do not need to raise your voice. But to see this truth, you must clear the fog. You cannot build a strong life on a blurry foundation. If you don't know who you are or what you want, you are building on sand. You are reacting to emotions instead of acting on facts. Most people skim the surface of life. They follow trends. They follow the crowd. But the treasure is never on the surface. Look closely at what others ignore. That is where the secret lies. Why are you failing where others succeed? Why are you anxious? Look at the details you are ignoring. Look at the habits you refuse to change. Do not be afraid of the hard facts. They are your only true friends. A hard fact might hurt your feelings, but it will save your life. A false compliment will make you feel good, but it will lead you off a cliff. Embrace the brutal truth. This requires a special kind of bravery. It requires the ability to sit with the unknown. Clarity comes to those who have the patience to stand in the dark. We want instant answers. We want instant success. But real insight takes time. You must be willing to stand in the confusion, to study the data of your life until the picture becomes clear. Part 2. The architecture of discipline. Once you see the truth, you must build upon it. This brings us to the most important lesson: structure. The DNA molecule is strong because it is structured. Your life is no different. Structure is everything. Without it, there is only chaos. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. But structure, routine, discipline, rules is solid. If you feel overwhelmed, it is because you lack structure. You are relying on willpower instead of a system. And to build a system, you must learn to listen more than you speak. A quiet mind sees what a loud mouth misses. The world is full of noise. Distraction is the enemy of achievement. If you are always talking, always scrolling, always reacting, you cannot build anything of value. Focus is the art of excluding the noise. You have to cut away the non-essential. You have to say no to the things that do not fit the structure of your goals. But what about recognition? We live in an age that demands instant applause. We post our lives online, begging for validation. Franklin warns us against this trap. Your worth is not in the applause, but in the evidence of your work. Applause fades. Likes disappear. The only thing that remains is what you have actually built. If you want to understand life, you must look at its core, not its surface. Do not build a life that looks good on the outside, but is hollow on the inside. Build a life that is solid to the core. Success is not an accident. It is a structure you build, atom by atom. Small actions, repeated daily, without fail. That is the formula. It is not magic. It is chemistry. Do not guess. Know. And if you do not know, search until you do. Stop assuming things will work out. Make them work out. Gather the knowledge. Master your craft. The invisible holds the key to the visible. Your mindset, your integrity, your private discipline, these are invisible to the world, but they are the DNA of your public success. Patience is not waiting. It is the rigorous pursuit of detail. Do not sit around waiting for your big break. Work on the details while you wait. Perfect your skills. Sharpen your mind. Part 3. The unshakable self. Finally, how do you keep going when the world is unfair? When others take credit for your work? When you are misunderstood? You return to the work. Let your work speak so loudly that your voice is unnecessary. There is immense power in silence. When you know you are competent, you do not need to brag. Reality is far more interesting than any illusion you can create. Social media is an illusion. Other people's opinions are illusions. Your work, your character, your mind that is reality. To see clearly, you must first remove the filter of your own ego. Your ego wants to be famous. Your soul wants to be effective. Choose effectiveness. A single fact is worth more than 1,000 opinions. When you are armed with the facts, you are dangerous. When you are armed with competence, you are unstoppable. Improvement begins when you admit what you do not yet see. Be humble enough to learn. Be arrogant enough to hold your standards. Do not compromise your standards for the comfort of others. If you lower your standards to fit in, you destroy your own structure. You become common. The most beautiful things in life are often the hardest to define. Integrity, honor, resilience. These are hard to define, but they are essential to possess. Integrity is maintaining your shape under pressure, like a diamond. You are defined by how you handle the pressure. Do you crack, Or do you crystallize? Do not seek credit. Seek the truth, and credit will eventually find you. History may be slow, but it is ultimately just. Rosalind Franklin was forgotten for decades, but now she is remembered as a titan. Why? Because the truth cannot be buried forever. Life, like science, rewards the disciplined observer. Pay attention. Doubts are just questions waiting for better data. If you doubt yourself, go get more data. Go get more skills. Prove it to yourself. You are defined by what you do when no one is watching. That is the ultimate test. Who are you in the dark? Who are you when there is no audience? The solution is often right in front of you, hidden in plain sight. You don't need a miracle. You need to open your eyes. You need to look at the data of your life and make the hard choices. Respect the evidence, even when it tells you you are wrong. And finally, remember the image of the DNA structure. Perfect, organized, resilient. Be like a crystal, clear, structured, and unshakable. Conclusion. Life is not a random series of events. It is a structure that you build. If your life feels chaotic, it is because you have not built a structure to hold it. Stop looking for applause. Stop shouting into the void. Start building, atom by atom, fact by fact, truth by truth. The world may ignore you for a while. They may overlook you. But if your structure is sound and your truth is undeniable, you will endure. If this message helped you find some clarity in the chaos, help us spread it. Like this video to support the truth. Share this with someone who needs more structure in their life. Comment below with the word structure if you are ready to take control of your reality. And subscribe to the radio quotes. We bring you the wisdom of the ages to help you solve the problems of today. Build your fortress. We will see you in the next video.